When Mackenzie Scott and Jeff Bezos announced their divorce in January 2019, the public reaction was a mix of shock and admiration. The pair released a joint statement filled with what appeared to be mutual respect and well wishes. There was no scandal, no courtroom drama, and no public mudslinging. On the surface, it seemed like the cleanest billionaire breakup we'd ever seen. While the world praised Mackenzie's poise and Jeff's amicable attitude, rumors swirled in the background. Many speculated that infidelity, ego, and deep-seated power struggles had actually shattered what was once thought to be one of the strongest partnerships in business history. And now, years later, Mackenzie is slowly letting those rumors breathe, and confirming that not all was as it seemed. Sources close to Mackenzie reveal that for years, she quietly struggled in Jeff's massive shadow. A novelist and Princeton graduate herself, she had aspirations, passions, and a voice, one that was often silenced by the towering presence of her husband's growing empire. As Amazon surged to global dominance, Jeff's world became one of tech summits, rocket ships, and constant public appearances. Mackenzie, meanwhile, was relegated to the role of the supportive wife. Insiders say she began to feel like an accessory to a brand, not a partner in a marriage. And according to new reports, Mackenzie has finally admitted that this imbalance created deep emotional isolation. "I stopped recognizing myself," she allegedly shared with a close friend. "The marriage became a mirror of everything I wasn't, and everything I couldn't be while staying in it." Of course, one cannot talk about the breakdown of the Bezos-Scott marriage without addressing the elephant in the room, Jeff Bezos' scandalous affair with Lauren Sanchez. While the world was still digesting the divorce announcement, the National Enquirer dropped a bombshell: explicit text messages, private photos, and alleged plans for Bezos and Sanchez's future together. It was messy, invasive, and utterly humiliating. For Mackenzie, who had stood loyally by Jeff's side for 25 years, the betrayal was devastating. Friends say that while she never publicly retaliated, behind the scenes she was grappling with the gut-wrenching realization that the man she had built a life with was living a double life. This wasn't just about a marriage ending. It was about dignity lost in front of the entire world. Following the divorce, Mackenzie Scott was awarded $35.6 billion in Amazon stock, instantly making her one of the wealthiest women on the planet. But instead of retreating into quiet luxury, she stunned the world by doing something completely different: she began giving it all away. Over the next few years, Mackenzie donated more than $14 billion to various charities, focusing on racial equality, gender rights, education, and poverty alleviation. It was clear, this was more than generosity. This was rebirth. She wasn't just separating herself from Jeff Bezos financially, she was rewriting her identity completely. And in doing so, she finally found a sense of purpose that had been missing in her marriage. "I wanted to be seen not for who I was married to," she recently shared in a rare interview, "but for what I stand for." At 55, Mackenzie Scott is no longer afraid to confront the emotional truth of her past. And it's not pretty. In private conversations now surfacing through mutual acquaintances and whispers among charity circles, Mackenzie is revealing the raw pain behind the poised exterior. "I felt invisible. Not to the public, but in my own home," she admitted. "You can be the wife of the richest man in the world and still feel like you don't exist." That kind of emotional absence, she says, was worse than any public scandal. "He didn't cheat first with another woman. He cheated with ambition," she confided. "Everything became about Amazon, rockets, domination. I wasn't a priority anymore, not even close." Mackenzie Scott later married Seattle science teacher Dan Jewett in 2021, a low-profile, down-to-earth man who seemed to provide the exact opposite of Jeff Bezos' high-flying lifestyle. But just 2 years later, the couple quietly filed for divorce. While many saw this as a sign of instability, Mackenzie's confidants say it was actually a powerful step toward self-respect. She wasn't going to stay in any relationship that didn't support her growth. Not anymore. At 55, Mackenzie Scott is a woman transformed, fearless, wealthy beyond measure, and no longer willing to hide behind any man's name. So, why now? Why has Mackenzie finally decided to let these truths emerge? According to a source close to her foundation, Mackenzie feels a responsibility, especially to women, to show that money and power don't guarantee happiness. "Silence protects the wrong people," she reportedly said. And sometimes, the truth is what sets you free. The truth is finally out. Mackenzie Scott's divorce from Jeff Bezos wasn't just about infidelity, it was about a woman reclaiming her identity, her voice, and her future. And at 55, she's proving that it's never too late to start over, rewrite your story, and own your power. If you found this video compelling, don't forget to like, comment, and most importantly, subscribe to our channel for more jaw-dropping celebrity exclusives and untold truths. We're diving deep into the stories others are too afraid to tell, and you don't want to miss what's next.